Have you ever wondered why something as simple as a man's body could be the subject of such intense dispute? In the Bible, there was a spiritual battle over the body of one of the greatest leaders ever, Moses, the man who freed Israel from Egypt. This event goes beyond our earthly understanding. What could be so special about a body that made God Himself come down from heaven to bury it? And even more intriguing, why was Satan so interested in it? What lies behind this event that makes it so significant in the biblical narrative? In this video, we will explore the mystery behind this spiritual struggle and understand the profound implications of this celestial battle. It's not just an ancient story, but a key to understanding the eternal conflict between good and evil. If you're curious to discover what lies behind this dispute and how it could impact your spiritual perspective, subscribe now and join us on this revealing journey. Don't miss the chance to delve into these deep truths and enrich your biblical knowledge. At the heart of this mystery lies a crucial detail, the biblical reference that reveals the struggle over Moses' body. In Jude 1-9, we read about the dispute between the archangel Michael and Satan over the body of Moses. This brief mention, found only in this epistle, sheds light on a battle that might seem obscure. This dispute is not just a curious detail, but part of a spiritual battle that transcends time and space. Moses, known for his leadership and for delivering the tablets of the law, had a role beyond the physical. His body carries a deep symbolism for the spiritual forces. The struggle over Moses' body is not isolated, but reflects a broader pattern in the scriptures. Spiritual battles often focus on elements representing something greater. Moses' body, a symbol of the covenant and Israel's redemption, became a significant battlefield. This struggle is not just about Moses' physical body, but about the spiritual power and influence he represented. The fact that Michael was appointed to this task suggests the magnitude of what was at stake. We see a demonstration of the ongoing conflict between the forces of good and evil, reflecting a battle in both celestial and earthly realms. Understanding the context of this confrontation is essential to unravel why Satan was involved. Moses' body was more than flesh. It was a powerful symbol of the divine plan and redemption. The dispute reveals how physical elements can have significant spiritual importance and how they are used as pawns in a larger spiritual struggle. The death of Moses provides a unique perspective on the dispute over his body. Moses, after leading the Israelites for 40 years in the desert, died on a mountain in Moab, as narrated in Deuteronomy 30:5-6. This event is marked by the uniqueness of God Himself burying Moses in an unknown location. How God handled Moses' death highlights the importance of this moment. Instead of a common burial, God Himself took on the responsibility of burying Moses, emphasizing the magnitude and sanctity of his mission. The fact that the burial site remained hidden adds an element of mystery and reverence to the event. The divine action sets the stage for the subsequent dispute. Satan's desire to claim Moses' body can be seen as an attempt to obtain something associated with the divine mission and redemption. Moses' body represents not just the end of an era, but a crucial point in a larger plan. The struggle over this body reflects Satan's attempt to discredit or usurp something deeply significant to God and the people of Israel. The holiness of the body, treated with special attention by God, becomes a powerful symbol of resistance and spiritual battles that go beyond human understanding. This episode illustrates how physical elements can carry spiritual weight, and how celestial battles can revolve around seemingly simple but immensely significant aspects. Understanding Satan's role in the Bible is crucial for deciphering the motivation behind his dispute over Moses' body. Satan, the adversary and accuser, is often described as someone who seeks to destabilize God's plans and corrupt what is sacred. In various passages, he acts as an opponent of divine works, attempting to undermine human faith and trust in God. His attempt to claim Moses' body is not an isolated act, but part of a broader strategy of contention against the divine plan. In the Bible, Satan is presented as someone who seeks to influence and manipulate for his own ends, directly challenging God's purpose. The dispute over Moses' body fits perfectly into this pattern, representing an attempt to divert the glory and power associated with Moses and his mission. By trying to obtain Moses' body, Satan is not merely seeking a physical object, but is attempting to usurp the spiritual significance and authority that the body represents. The fact that the dispute was fought by the Archangel Michael, rather than a common angel, indicates the gravity of the conflict. Michael, being a defender of divine justice and order, is sent to protect what is sacred and ensure that God's plan is not corrupted. This struggle between Michael and Satan is more than a simple dispute over a body. It represents the confrontation between good and evil, between divine order and rebellion. Satan's presence in this scenario underscores his role as the eternal adversary, always trying to alter or destroy what God has established as sacred and perfect. Thus, the conflict over Moses' body is a window into understanding Satan's ongoing role in his attempt to destabilize divine purpose. The dispute over Moses' body between Michael and Satan is more than a mere clash. It carries a spiritual depth that reflects the celestial conflict between good and evil. Michael, the archangel, represents the defense of justice and the protection of divine purposes. His presence in this struggle demonstrates the seriousness of what was at stake. He is sent to ensure that God's plan remains intact and that Moses' body does not fall into the adversary's hands. The nature of the dispute suggests that Moses' body was not just an object of contention, but a symbol imbued with deep spiritual meanings. By attempting to possess it, Satan was challenging the order established by God and seeking to claim a crucial part of the redemptive story. Moses' body, representing the covenant and divine leadership, held value far beyond the physical. The battle between Michael and Satan over Moses' body is a dramatic demonstration of the eternal conflict between good and evil. It reveals how even the most subtle details of the biblical narrative have profound implications, and how spiritual forces are continuously engaged in a struggle that transcends human understanding. Michael's role as the defender of divine justice and Satan's attempt to usurp the sacred highlight the importance of spiritual protection and the crucial role each detail plays in the grand tapestry of faith. The fact that Michael prevailed in the dispute underscores the triumph of good over evil and reaffirms divine protection over what is sacred. Michael's victory ensures that Moses' body remains secure and that God's plan continues to unfold according to divine purpose. Therefore, the dispute over Moses' body is not just a spiritual battle, but an affirmation of divine order and ongoing protection against forces seeking to destabilize God's plan. The spiritual significance of the dispute over Moses' body extends beyond a mere celestial battle. It touches on core issues of power and redemption. Satan's attempt to possess Moses' body can be seen as an effort to discredit or corrupt the spiritual importance of Moses and his mission. Moses, as the leader who received the tablets of the law and led the Israelites out of Egypt, represents the covenant and divine law. His body, therefore, carries profound symbolism that transcends the physical. Michael's victory is not just a confirmation of divine order, but a reaffirmation of ongoing protection over what God has established as sacred. This dispute reveals how the forces of evil constantly attempt to undermine God's plan, and how divine justice remains vigilant to protect and preserve what is essential to the divine purpose. Michael's intervention ensures that Moses' body does not become a trophy in Satan's hands, but continues to be a symbol of faithfulness and redemption. This event highlights an important dimension of spirituality. The constant battle between good and evil is reflected in all aspects of life and spiritual history. In this context, Moses' body is not merely a piece of flesh, but a vital element in the narrative of salvation and divine law. The dispute over the body underscores the importance of maintaining the purity and sanctity of elements with profound spiritual meaning. Reflecting on this battle, we see that the celestial conflict mirrors the spiritual struggles we face in our own lives. Michael's protection of Moses' body is a reminder of divine vigilance and care over what is sacred and important to his plan. The dispute highlights the value of spiritual protection and the crucial role each detail plays in upholding divine order and purpose. The dispute over Moses' body offers a profound insight into the implications for Christian faith. The confrontation between Michael and Satan is not merely an isolated event. It resonates with central themes of Christian belief regarding the struggle between good and evil and divine protection over what is sacred. This episode highlights God's constant presence and intervention in protecting and preserving the integrity of his plans and his representatives. Michael's role in protecting Moses' body reinforces the idea that there is a divine order that guards what God has established as fundamental to the salvation history. The celestial battle becomes a symbol of the ongoing struggle for justice and the preservation of spiritual truth, demonstrating that even in the most subtle aspects of spiritual life, there is a continuous battle to uphold divine purpose. For Christians, this dispute represents the certainty that God is always vigilant and that spiritual warfare is not in vain. Michael's victory is a powerful reminder that good prevails over evil, and that divine protection is assured over the crucial elements of faith. This event also highlights the importance of recognizing and valuing the role of spiritual figures and events in the Bible that play fundamental roles in the narrative of redemption and justice. The significance of this struggle extends beyond the event itself, influencing how Christians understand divine protection and spiritual conflict. It reminds us of the constant presence of spiritual forces in our lives and the importance of staying vigilant and steadfast in faith, knowing that there is divine protection in action that defends what is sacred and essential to God's plan. In conclusion, the dispute over Moses' body is not only a fascinating biblical event, but a deep reflection of the spiritual battle that permeates the entire biblical narrative. Michael's intervention to protect Moses' body demonstrates the importance of divine justice and order, reaffirming that even in the most subtle matters, there is a continuous struggle between good and evil. This celestial battle is a powerful reminder of divine protection that operates in all aspects of our faith and spiritual life. The story underscores the idea that nothing is beyond God's reach and that His intervention is always present to preserve what is sacred. The fact that Moses' body was protected in such a notable manner reveals the depth of divine care and the seriousness with which God treats the crucial elements of the redemption plan. Ultimately, this episode encourages us to reflect on our own spiritual journey. Just as God protected Moses' body, He also protects and guides us in our own spiritual battles. The struggle for Moses' body is a symbol of the constant divine presence and the fight for justice that transcends time and space. Therefore, as we consider the significance of this dispute, we are reminded that spirituality is a realm where every detail matters and where divine protection and justice are continuously affirmed. The celestial battle over Moses' body is a testament to God's power and faithfulness and an invitation to remain steadfast in faith, recognizing the importance of divine intervention in our lives.